The rain drummed steadily against the tall windows of the Kensington estate, a soft percussion that filled the cavernous halls with restless energy. Margaret Ellis, known to most as simply Mrs. Ellis, sat in her antique armchair, fingers twisting a handkerchief that had long since lost its starch. Her heart was a tangle of worry and resolve. Tonight was supposed to be peaceful. Yet the faint sound of scissors echoed through the upstairs corridor, slicing through the quiet like a warning bell. How could this be happening in my own home? She thought, rising to her feet. Margaret had always imagined that her only son, Nathan, the self-made tech millionaire, would choose a partner who cherished family traditions as much as he did innovation. But lately, she'd noticed a storm brewing between Nathan's girlfriend, Clara, and the quiet dignity that Margaret worked so hard to maintain. Following the sharp snip of scissors, Margaret pushed open the door to the sunlit studio Nathan had converted into an art space for Clara. What she saw made her breath catch. Clara stood in front of the full-length mirror, glossy black hair cascading like a waterfall onto the hardwood floor. The woman's own hands, trembling yet determined, sheared through locks of her hair with surgical precision.
"Clara, stop, please stop."
Margaret's voice cracked, a blend of disbelief and fear. Clara froze, scissors suspended mid-air.
"Mrs. Ellis, I have to do this." "No."
"You don't," Margaret pleaded, stepping closer. "Whatever you're going through, cutting your hair like this isn't the answer." The Clara's eyes shimmered with unshaded tears. "You wouldn't understand." "Then help me understand," Margaret whispered. As the rain intensified outside, Clara lowered the scissors. She drew a shaky breath and finally spoke. "It's my mother. She's sick. Chemotherapy. I promised her I'd donate my hair to make a wig before her next session. But I didn't want to worry Nathan. He's been under so much pressure with his company going public. I thought if I just did it quietly, it would be my burden alone." Margaret's heart softened, but her fear remained. "Why not tell him? Or at least let me help?" Clara shook her head. "I didn't want anyone to pity me, or her. I thought this would be my secret act of love." Margaret reached out, gently cupping Clara's shoulder. "Love isn't meant to be hidden, dear, and you're not alone." At that very moment, heavy footsteps thundered down the hall. "Nathan's shock. Nathan," Margaret called just as her son burst through the doorway. His tailored suit was damp from the rain, his eyes wide with alarm. He took in the sight, his girlfriend's hair scattered like dark petals on the floor, and stopped cold. "What's happening here?" His voice wavered between confusion and panic. Clara bit her lip, but Margaret squeezed her hand, silently urging her to speak. With a trembling exhale, Clara explained everything. As she spoke of her mother's illness and her vow to donate her hair, Nathan's eyes softened, though his jaw remained tight. "Clara," he said finally, stepping closer.
"Why didn't you tell me?"
"We face things together. That's what love is." Tears spilled down Clara's cheeks. "I didn't want to add to your stress." Nathan gently gathered her shorn hair from the floor, holding it as if it were treasure. "Your heart is bigger than anything I could ever give you. We'll send this together. And we'll visit your mom tomorrow." The challenges that tested their hearts. The weeks that followed were anything but easy. Nathan paused critical meetings to fly with Clara to her hometown hospital, where her mother, Elaine, faced grueling chemotherapy. Margaret joined them, offering calm guidance and a motherly presence Clara had secretly yearned for. Financial resources were never the issue. Nathan could afford the best doctors, but emotional resilience was the real test. Clara struggled with guilt for keeping the secret, while Nathan battled frustration at being unable to shield her from pain. One evening, exhausted after a long hospital day, Nathan admitted his own fear. "Money can't fix everything," he said quietly, staring at the sterile hallway tiles. Clara intertwined her fingers with his. "Love isn't about fixing. It's about standing together." Margaret overheard, her heart swelling with pride. She realized the woman she had once doubted was exactly the partner her son needed. Months later, Elaine's health stabilized. Her new wig, crafted from Clara's donated hair, fit perfectly, a crown of courage. The first time she wore it, she embraced her daughter with trembling joy. "You gave me more than hair," she whispered. "You gave me hope, Back in Kensington, the Ellis estate felt warmer than ever. Margaret often invited Clara's family for long dinners filled with laughter. Nathan, inspired by Clara's selflessness, launched a charity to fund wigs for cancer patients who couldn't afford them. He named it Crown of Kindness, a tribute to both women who taught him the meaning of quiet strength. Love is not just grand gestures or lavish gifts. It's the quiet courage to stand together when life cuts deep. It's choosing to be kind, even when the world feels heavy. If this story touched your heart, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your words can inspire someone who may be silently fighting their own battles. And remember, be kind always. Subscribe to my channel, Be Kind Always, for more real stories of compassion and hope. Your support helps spread these messages of love and humanity to those who need them most.